All right, welcome in to Vision Pros Live. With Jackson Calame, I'm your show host. We will be doing interviews for visionary entrepreneurs and guest leaders who are building fantastic visions out there. Ultimately, I just want to go through some of the things that might help you with your vision. So if you have a vision that you're pursuing, drop a link in the comments and let us know what that is. If that's a business or a brand, if it's a nonprofit that you run, be happy to promote it, be happy to talk to you about it. And if you'd like to apply to be on Vision Pros and be interviewed about that vision, then by all means, feel free to reach out. Hey everybody, and welcome to Vision Pros Live, where I've got three super special guests. In fact, these are my favorite guests of all time. This is Harmony, this is Emerson, and this is Hazel, and we are the Calame family. And my kiddos have been working on a really, really cool project. They are very close to being published authors. So we wanted to bring them on and get them a chance to talk about it. So today we're going to answer questions about the book publishing process a little bit and hear about their journey to become authors. You guys excited to be here?
Yes.
Awesome. So let's start off with Harmony. Harmony, what happened? How did we end up in this process where all three of you wanted to write a book?
So I wanted to write a book because my dad asked me my dad told me if I could write a better book than this pirate board book, then he'd give me $100. So I said yes.
That's right. So here I am working away, and out of nowhere, my daughter comes up to me and she goes, Dad, and she shows me this book and she says, I can write a better book than this. And you know, I start laughing and I was like, I remember the book, and the whole reason they're reading it is because we're going to get rid of it and give it away. And they said, you're right. I bet you can. And so I said, how about I pay you $100 to publish your first book? And what'd you do?
I wanted to get $100, so I did it too.
You did it too? That's right. So the first thing that happened, my 7-year-old darts off to the arts and craft box, and she goes and gets the materials, and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, I want $100. And then when did you get excited about this, son?
I got excited when Harmony and Hazel told me about this, so then I got paper and a pen and started writing my book because I wanted $100 too.
So was this the next weekend y'all visited, or was it the same day?
It was like the next weekend.
Yeah. So here I am, and all of a sudden I've got 3 children who want to be authors, and I figure, well, we'll see how far this goes. So what do we start to do? What are some of the things that we started learning about?
We started learning about how we can contact people, like big YouTubers who have a lot of money. And we started learning about how to do some stuff that normal kids wouldn't know how to do.
That's right. What's something that you've learned in this, Hazel?
How to make like a spreadsheet.
That's right. This girl knows more about how to build a spreadsheet than I knew at 22 or 23 years old. It's pretty cool. What about you, Harmony? What's something you learned?
How to make your writing like really good. Like the first time I wrote my book, I needed to make a lot of edits to it.
That's right.
So I learned how to make it better.
That's awesome. That's called humility. It's a part of the process, and we have an editor we're working with, and it's Ashley from Deteo Publishing, and she's done an excellent job of helping us understand the editing process and accommodating for their different works. What about you, son? What did you learn so far?
I learned how to like make a spreadsheet, and I learned how to fix stuff on the computer if it went wrong.
That's right. So we got email accounts set, right? We got learning how to create emails. There's a board next to you, I think. Oh, you know what? It's in the other room. Does anybody want to go grab one of the whiteboards?
Okay.
Well, this, it's not an easy process to write a book. There's a lot that goes into it, huh?
Yes, a lot.
Are you guys done? Do you want to give up?
No.
You can, but we're pretty far into this now. I don't think we will end up giving up at this point, but it's been amazing how well y'all have dedicated yourselves to this. So, Emerson, what's your book about?
My book is about Bigfoot trying to make friends because he kept messing up things, and the animals got mad at him and scared. So he got sad, and he wanted to make friends. So my book is about Bigfoot making friends.
That's awesome. That's right. And in that process of trying to make friends, who's the helper who helped Bigfoot figure things out?
The helper who helps Bigfoot make friends is a fox.
Yeah. Why the fox?
Because a fox is my favorite animal. I just like them because they're small and they're one of the forest creatures in the forest. So I think that he would be a really good helper helping Bigfoot.
That's awesome. How many stuffed animal foxes do you have?
Let's see. I have 7.
That's right. He's all about his foxes. So what do we got here, Harmony? What's this?
This is like our plan for when we call people and tell them about our book. This is the plan for the callback after we send them it.
That's right. So before we make this callback, what do we do? What do we have to send them?
The manuscript of our book.
Exactly. So if you're an aspiring author and you want to get your book published out there, then it's important to have a manuscript that allows people to see what the book's about, or perhaps read the book before it gets published, and they can give you another set of eyes on what things you can fix. And so when we do this callback, we ask things like, who do you think the book would be good for? And what do you like about it? So you two, Hazel and Harmony. Hazel, what did you like about Emerson's book? What's one of your favorite parts?
When the Bigfoot stole the fish.
When he stole the fish from Bear?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good part. What about you? What's one of your favorite parts of Emerson's book?
Same thing.
Same one? That was a pretty good one. That was pretty epic. That was kind of like the moment Bigfoot was done making friends, or at least trying. That's right before Fox saves the day. So, all right, let's hear about yours, Hazel. What about your book? What's your book about?
Santa coming on the wrong day.
Comes on the wrong day, and what did you do?
I called the police.
In your book, you called the police on Santa?
Yeah.
Wow. That's right. How did you come up with that idea? Did it just like hit you, or did something like, did you ever call the police on Santa before?
No.
Okay, good. I hadn't heard that. So, well, how did you think of the idea?
I just did.
You just did. Just smart. Just came right out of your thought process. Harmony, what about you? Let's hear about your book. We can put this down now.
Mine's about this girl. She made a wish to be friends with a fairy. So, and the fairies make the wishes come true. So, after her wish, a new fairy had been born, and she decided that she wanted to help Hazel make her wish come true. Hazel's one of the main characters in the book.
That's right.
And
that's awesome.
then they
Exactly. In the editing process, Harmony hit her a beautiful story about what happens before they actually become a fairy. But she had titled the book Fairyland, I think. Wasn't that the original title?
Yeah, I titled them Fairyland, but then we changed it.
Yep. Then we started to change it. And in the process of changing it, we realized too that she's got an opportunity to So you got to think through what that world looks like, what the fairy world looks like, which is going to make the illustrations a little bit harder. But I think she's up to the task. She's done some awesome work on her illustrations. Do you want to get it to show one of the illustrations while we continue talking? It'd be awesome. She's going to run and grab that right now so we can see it. And in the meantime, there's cool opportunities that can come out of this. Now, I'll talk a little bit as a father. This is not an easy process. It is not easy to help one kid publish a book, let alone 3 at the same time. And we've done some video work. We've done some commercials for it. We've got those edited a little bit. And we got a goal to get this done by when?
Before summer.
That's right. Before summer hits, we want to become one of the what?
The all-time greatest hits. Art.
Yes, you almost had it.
The all-time greatest authors.
The all-time greatest authors, right? We're going to compete with Dr. Seuss on that. Will we wear a funny hat too?
No.
No? Okay. That's right. So those are some elements of the things that we want to accomplish. What other goals or aspirations do we have about? Don't fall off that bench. I'm worried about you falling backwards. That would be really funny if we didn't get hurt. But let's not risk it. So what are some other goals, some opportunities with this? Things that might happen.
We could probably go to Disneyland, and we could go on more trips with our dad.
We could probably go to Disney World and iFly.
Yeah, where? Disney World and what?
And iFly.
And iFly, yes. I bet we can have some good celebrations in there. And I bet there are writing expos that exist where you get the chance to go near Disneyland, and perhaps we can turn it, of course, into a Disneyland trip when we get the chance to expo. And when we go to an expo, we might get to talk about the books, right?
Yes.
Yeah. In front of how many people? What do you guys think?
Maybe 300?
Maybe 300?
Maybe thousands.
Maybe thousands? How would you feel?
Scared but happy.
Scared but happy?
Yes.
Yeah. You think it will inspire other people to maybe write their books?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to inspire other people to make books.
Cool. That's awesome. So Harmony, go ahead and show us one of your illustrations for your book. So this again is a book about fairies and a little girl getting the chance to become a fairy. Let me help you with that a little bit all right. So the colors, there we go, are starting to come through when I angle it away from the light a little bit. So what is this, Harmony? What are we looking at?
This was gonna be like an illustration for like in Fairyland, maybe just like an idea of what maybe the houses would look like or something. But I'm starting to think of different things since we edited my book and changed it a bit, that this would be for part of a different book.
Oh, cool. And Harmony has some serious art talent with her iPad. She's super good at doing different things. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her reimagine that. And she'll also be working with an illustrator or two with the process. So let's see what some of these comments are that we got from people. So somebody says, wow, that's really amazing. And somebody else says, let's see here, going down, I can't wait to read these books, guys. I'm not sure if I'm late here, but what's the name of the books and who wrote them? So go ahead, Emerson. What's the name of your book?
My name for my book is Bigfoot's Adventures Making Friends.
That's right, Bigfoot's Adventures. And he might turn it into a series, kind of like the Franklin series. If he wants to, of course. But he's got a great book about Bigfoot making friends, and his name is Emerson Calame.
My book is Hazel's a Girl's Tale, A Wish Upon a Dandelion.
Yep, and what's your name?
Harmony Calame.
There you go. Awesome. And what's your book's name, Hazel?
Christmas Class.
Come on up. What is it?
Christmas Catastrophe.
The Christmas Catastrophe. Yep. Did you make your title or who made it?
Harmony, like I made the Christmas and then Harmony made the other. She helped me.
She helped you on the last word?
Yeah.
That was awesome. That's a good idea. So let's see here. We did some video recording. Did we learn anything in the video recording process?
What
Okay,
video
no.
recording?
When we were doing our video ad?
I
don't know, Jaime, if we have that uploaded on here. If we do, we should share it. But if we don't, then we can always share the raw first version of the video ad so people can see. I shouldn't say raw. It's been edited a few times, and it's starting to look really good, but it is still 1.0 version. Go ahead. What did you guys learn when we did the video?
When we did the video, I mean, like we learned the process of, like we memorized the process of what to say on our call. Kind of like the board thing, but we made it into a shorter summary version.
You want to show us? What does it look like? Can you remember it?
I'm writing a book.
Show us.
Okay.
I'm writing a
Book and raising money to publish, and I'd like to ask you if you'd like to read the manuscript. My goal is to publish before summer hits, and you can be sure it'll be one of the all-time greatest hits.
Great job, guys. And, choreographing that, part of the process of why we did that was to make sure that we memorize what it is that we're going to say. And it can be very hard. And this is a trick that both kids and adults can utilize in order to be comfortable speaking about a subject. And everybody, this is their first time being live on camera. Y'all haven't done this before, right?
No.
No.
And so they're the things that we're getting to learn in this process, the things that they're getting to do, really that's what it's all about from my end. Is I'm just excited to see my kids have this opportunity and get to go through with the process. And I do my best as a dad to make it happen. So let's see here. Jaime says, all the greatest authors, without a doubt. Looking forward to sharing your books with my kiddo. Speaking of, we have recorded the audio for Emerson and Hazel's books, and we'd be happy to give access to people who want to understand what it is we're up to, who want to support us in the process, whether that's giving us feedback or contributing to their goal of raising funds to be able to market the book. That's one of the processes of authorship that most people don't know about, is you actually have to get out there and tell people about the book. So Emerson mentioned the YouTubers who make a lot of money, and the influencers who have a lot of influence too.
Yeah.
And of course they have an opportunity to potentially invest in the book and help us make this dream come true for the kids. My goal is to help them do everything that I can to hit the New York Times best-selling author list. And we will work very hard to do that. As I mentioned, contributions are a big key on that. So when we ask people to contribute, what are we asking them to do?
We are asking them to not give us money, but because giving us money would help, but we're asking you to contribute. So,
Good word.
like whatever amount you want would be fine, because we need $5,000. So we need people to contribute.
Good job. And so that's our goal for raising initially was 5,000. We're actually going for a lot more than that in the near future, but it's a great idea. And you mentioned contribute. There's other ways people can contribute. How else can people contribute, Harmony?
By sharing the book, to like sharing what we're doing, and like telling friends and family that we're writing a book and raising money.
That's right. And we're building up a list, right? So when you're authoring a book, you want to build a list. And that list of people then becomes ready to perhaps buy the book once the book comes out. But also they can give feedback on the book and help us know how we might be able to make the book better. They can introduce us to people. One of you guys listening to this, you might be friends with Mark Rover. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
All hands on Mark Rover. Or maybe somebody's friends with Mr. Beast. And maybe he'll send us a free chocolate bar. Who knows? Who knows what will be experienced by that? But when we are bold and we have chances and we put ourselves out there, we have an opportunity to really make some great things happen. So somebody said that Harmony is really talented. Woo! And that is super true. Harmony's
Yes.
got many talents, as does Emerson and Hazel. Let's hear about those. What are some of your hobbies, Harmony?
I do cheerleading and gymnastics. I also play the piano and love to do arts and crafts.
Yes.
And
she's
draw.
very good at the piano. What's your favorite song to play on the piano?
Probably 7 years.
Yep, 7 years, but I don't remember who sings it. Andy Grammer?
Lucas Graham.
Oh, Lucas Graham. I got the Graham part right. So Lucas Graham, 7 years. She's really good at it. It's fun to listen to her play it. What about you, Hazel?
I like to do gymnastics, playing bobbies, and I like softball and baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really talented like Harmony because that we come up with a lot of things.
Yes, we all do. And you're in GT classes, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is our little natural athlete as well. She gravitates towards, she's really good with the ball, really good at sports. Just came right from her from birth. She really loved to roll the ball with me and play with it. What about you, Emerson?
Well, some of my hobbies are like, I like playing baseball and I'm really good at it. And I like foxes and dogs, and I'm really good at doing flips.
He is our daredevil, that is for sure. And he's also really, really good at building things, which means he's also great at breaking things. But that's part of the learning process when you build things, right?
Yes.
So he's constantly exploring, and we have to remind Emerson that you're not allowed to explore everything, because we don't want our house broken down. But in all reality, it's been a lot of fun, and he teaches us so much with things that he's constantly exploring. Like, who knew that the knobs come off of your cabinet doors? I didn't know that, not until Emerson came along and unscrewed it. So we do get to learn a lot about practicalities, and we're also really big into like arts and crafts and Legos, or are you not anymore?
I am still in Legos.
Yeah. 3D printers, anything like creation wise, that's their go-to, their domain, and I do my best to keep up with it. So what's one of the other opportunities, Harmony and Emerson, that you guys might get to have from this book publishing process?
We could go to places like Disney World, Universal Studios, and like Disneyland, places like that to present our book. Especially since ours is like creativity. Like Hazel has to do with Christmas, mine has to do with fairies, and his has to do with like fantasy animals since they talk.
That's right.
Another opportunity we could do is we could get a dog and have a backyard.
That's right. So definitely, if we get some multi-million-dollar authors here, then definitely could put us out in out on a ranch with a dog of their choosing, and maybe a giant super slide and a pool or something like that. I don't know. I don't have many ambitions like that, but if they hit it big with these books, then the doors are wide open for us to make new decisions in life. And it's part of being responsible with your vision and your dreams. Let's see here. Manuel says, keep going, guys. You're awesome. And you mentioned being scared when talking to the public. Well, this one, I wish y'all could see. She's taking her sock off and putting it back on. It'd be kind of fun to show because I'm getting full view of that. But let's see here. So being nervous is something that will always keep you inspired and alive. I have one almost influencer friend who reads books, and he suggests series and movies to the public. I'm pretty sure he will be interested in reading your book as well. You guys have my support. Cool. What do you guys say?
Thank you.
So there's Emmanuel making a connection. Awesome, man. And Leonardo, awesome work, guys. This is the start of great success for you all. Let's see, let me get this on screen. That'll help. There we go. Great success for you all talented kids. You're the new generation of leaders. Keep being awesome. Woo! What do you guys say?
Thank you.
That's right. So let's see here. Let's talk a little bit about the books and the things that can come from this. So one of them is as you're thinking about who is applicable to this book, right? Who could benefit from having this book? Hazel's took a unique turn because Hazel's book talks about calling the police on Santa, right? And that in her case, it was a stranger danger situation. So for you adults listening out there, it's actually turned out that even though the story was funny and silly, we realized, wow, there's a real opportunity for police officers, for instance, to use this book to teach what?
Don't talk to strangers, or like don't let them in your houses.
Like if you know how like in school the police officers come to the school and show them a lot of police stuff and stuff like that, and to be safe they could use that book as an example.
Well said, both of you. So when I was little, we had a police officer who came at least once a month, and his name was Officer Little, and he had white hair, and he had white hair since he was 19 years old.
Wow.
And he became a super, super good friend of all of ours. And we loved talking to him. And his job was to teach us about the DARE program. What's the DARE program? You guys know?
No.
It doesn't really exist much anymore. It's kind of there. It was to teach us about not doing drugs and not doing bad things. And making sure that we, just got inspiration from this policeman to do things like wear your helmet when you ride your bike. And so if there are police officers that are going to schools, and again, talking about not talking to strangers, this book could be a fantastic tool to teach the class about that concept and help the class understand in a fun and funny way that if you ever run into a stranger, no matter who it may be, it's always a good idea to be safe and make sure to seek help from authorities or from the police. So something else unique happened with these books. So if any of you are aspiring authors thinking of ways to separate your book from the crowd and make it extra special, there's things you can do at the end of your book in order to make that happen. And the first one we came up with was related to Hazel's book. There's a scene in the book where Santa is so proud of Hazel and Harmony, and because of his mistake, he decides to give them an extra special bonus gift. And what do we do at the end of the book for readers?
It said, I think it's like scan the QR code to see what the bonus gift was.
That's right.
And
You want to elaborate on that? You want to say more about that, or did she get it?
I
She got it.
can share more.
Go ahead.
And as you scanned that, you could also win a prize yourself.
That's right. So we're going to tie the book into the lives of the readers, so the readers have a reason to take further action. And we don't know what that surprise. Do we know what the prize is yet?
Yeah, we came up with it. Remember?
Well, we came up with finding out what the girls received in the book, and we wanted to find out, okay, what are and so we're not going to ruin that. We're not going to share that yet. Maybe one of the ideas we'll share with what we decided Santa gave as one of the bonus gifts. But have we come up with the prize that we're going to give to the people who enter in?
No.
So we still get to think about that. And that's, again, part of the process of being an author. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not something that just comes easy. So do you want to reveal one of the surprise gifts that we thought of?
Like,
Do you remember the gumball? You want to share that?
yeah, like whenever like you chew a gumball, you can make a wish, I think, and then or whenever you chew a gumball, it snows.
That's right. We talked about a little gumball machine being one of the gifts. So you guys are like the super secret audience who gets to hear about this before it comes out. When you scan the QR code, you get to learn the gifts. One of the gifts from Santa would be a little gumball machine. And when you chew a piece of the gum, it makes it snow outside, so you can play in the snow. So Harmony also had something interesting happen towards the end of her book. Do you want to reveal what it is?
So, at the very end, Cindy's purse gets stuck at the human world.
The fairy's purse snags on a tree
Or
limb, right?
Earth. And at the end of my book, it has a QR code to see what was in the purse and what stuff was in it.
And there's a, do you want me to reveal it?
And there's like a majestic creature.
That's right. There's a creature in the purse. And so you go to the QR code to find out what the creature is. And this gives us yet another opportunity where she can design her own plush animal and perhaps have that animal sold along with her book. And so we've looked at different websites to create plush animals. We're not very far on that process. That's one that I'm very unfamiliar with. And so if any of you have any tips or ideas to help Emerson, Harmony, and Hazel along the process of creating these books, it's very much a creative process. Cynthia says they really are very talented. It's fantastic that they already have such a big vision. I admire them.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's right. And Cynthia's part of our design team as well. She's one of the people who's helping on the back end process. Did you know that?
No, it's because Aunt Lacey's there.
Aunt Lacey's there. Hey, Aunt Lacey.
Hi, Aunt Lacey.
We love you. So, very good. So the Christmas Catastrophe, Bigfoot's Adventures, and Adventures of Fairyland, or what's it called?
A Girl's Tale.
A Girl's Tale.
No, Hazel, A Girl's Tale, A Wish Upon a Dandelion.
A Wish Upon a Dandelion. That's right. And those are the 3 books that'll be coming out. And we've got a few minutes to spare. So if you guys have any questions for them, definitely put them in the warm seat, so to speak. Let's figure out what things y'all would want to know about it. If you want, again, the access to the audio so you can hear the books. I read the audio. It's not the best audio in the world. We're going to be getting a more upgraded version when we launch the book. But for now, the point is to help everybody who wants to contribute to the process be able to hear what this book's about and hear the story so you can catch the vision of seeing what this will be like when it's on shelves. What store is exciting to see your book? Like, where you'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see my book somewhere. Where would it be?
Walmart.
Target, Walmart,
Amazon, Target, Disneyland.
Amazon, and in Disneyland. Woo! You have to make it a Disney book. You got to get a contract with Disney.
Oh yeah.
To do that. You can, if you wanted to. I think you'd be replacing Tinkerbell. She might be a little upset. What if you won? What would she do? She's pretty mean sometimes when she's upset. Or watch out for her. So that's right. So yeah, those would be cool places to have the book. Would you buy your own book if you saw it in the store? Would you guys go up and buy it?
Probably.
Wouldn't you already have it at home?
You would. That's
Yeah.
right. I think you'd be giving money to Walmart. Right. True. Let's see here. Where can we get the audio? Great question, Manuel. What we'll do is we'll actually share it in a comment. We'll actually share it. Are y'all okay with that? If we share it publicly in a comment, and then anybody who can get it for now can get access to it. And I think what that will do is it will inspire people to want to participate in the process. You guys cool with that?
Yes, Dad.
There's a principle in life that I follow. The more you give, the more you get. It just comes full circle. It doesn't matter if it's from the person you give to. There's somebody up above who takes care of that for us. Let me think. There was one other thing in regards to giving that out. Contributors. We didn't talk about that fully. When we ask kids to contribute, kids who are your age, what are we asking them? What's their title? What do they get to become for the book?
Ooh, I kind of forgot.
It's okay.
They spread the word.
Yeah.
They do. Champions.
Champions, yeah.
That's right. So kids have the opportunity to help us by being champions of the book. And what does a champion do?
By spreading, by sharing that we're writing trying to publish a book, the teachers, families, friends.
Champions spread the word of our book, and they help us a lot by speaking to people we don't know.
That's right. Every time somebody spreads the word or mentions these books, it's going to be super helpful for their process. And if people are in a position to contribute monetarily, then we're certainly grateful for that. And if not, that's okay. if you're in a position to tell people about the book because they like it, awesome. If you read the book or you hear the audio and you have feedback for us on what can be improved, don't hesitate to give us feedback either. That's, again, part of the writing process. There's this really, I would say she's kind of a well-known author. Her name's J.K. Rowling. Anybody know who that is?
Yeah, it's the Harry Potter author.
Oh yeah, she wrote a little book called Harry Potter. Is it a little book or a big book?
No, big book, because it has 8 books.
They're pretty big.
Me and my mom are on like the 6th one, and the 6th one is about this big.
Didn't they make a movie about it we've seen?
Yes, they made 8 movies.
No.
7.
7.
7 books, but 8 movies.
Didn't she make a little bit of
Oh,
money
yeah.
on her book? Let me know how much.
She made a lot.
Any wild guesses?
What?
Mm,
Maybe $1 million?
Maybe $1 million?
yeah.
Maybe probably more, because Harry
Anybody else
Potter's
know? If you know, write in the comments.
It is very famous.
It is.
Maybe.
So what's bigger than $1 million?
$1 billion?
That's like a lot bigger. That's like way
million.
bigger.
2 million.
And guess what?
7.5
J.K. Rowling
million.
did make over $1 billion
Oh,
Wait,
on
what?
her book. Yep. On Harry Potter, and her wealth continues to grow and grow and grow because of how much she continues to dedicate to it. That's crazy, right?
Yes, very.
Oh my goodness. We once looked at mapping out what $1 billion actually looks like physically.
oh yeah.
And you'd stack, I think, $1 or $100 bills, one of the two. Didn't really matter because
$1.
you stacked it all the way across the world, to get that high. It was crazy. First we were at telephone poles, and then we were at skyscrapers, and then found out that was literally stretching out across the entire world. It was a cool visual. So champions. Are kids the only people who can be champions?
No.
Or
Grown-ups
adults
can be
do.
champions too, and other people.
Yeah. Oh, cool. We got this coming on in just a second. We'll show this. We'll show what the video. I'm into
I'm writing another book. We're raising money to publish it, and I'd like to ask you if you would like to read my manuscript. My goal is to publish before summer hits, and you can be sure it'll be one of the all-time greatest hits.
Ready? Woo! What do you guys think?
It was very good.
Have y'all seen that yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw part of it, I think.
Yeah. No, we
We
saw
saw the whole thing, except for click the link to contribute.
Oh.
Yeah, we probably-
Did you see it when it was in the book too? That was kind of new, huh?
yeah, the
All right,
beginning.
little bitty elements, little optimizations. Let's hear. Camila says, "Looking forward to reading these books. You're such talented and passionate kids. You're inspiring so many people." Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Camila. We appreciate that. And so yes, with the contributors, let us know as champions. I know from championing companies as well and trying to be a champion of the Water Project, which helps people get access to clean drinking water in Africa, that it's not always easy to be a champion of a cause. I need materials, right? I wouldn't be able to talk about the Water Project if I didn't have pictures and videos and information about where those contributions go. So if you're considering being a champion for these books and helping my kiddos out with their publishing process, then please let us know what you need. What do you need in order to be able to talk about it? Do you want access to the video? Do you want access to manuscript? Do you want access to the audio? And we're happy to give you whatever you need, but every champion is very different in what they need and want. Some people want to go see the water wells in Africa firsthand. Other people want video evidence or photos of what's going on. That's what I like, and that's why I choose the Water Project. It gives me the chance to show people exactly what happened with the money that I contribute to the water projects that we donate to. Other people just need to know it exists and are willing to contribute and dive right in. There's no wrong way to champion, and there's no wrong way to be inspired, but we have to do our part on our end to make sure that we do inspire people to contribute. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Awesome. Y'all willing to do that?
Yes.
I can tell. Y'all are doing amazing. So we're going to wrap up a little bit early today. Thank you guys for all hearing us out and listening. we'll get that. We'll get the book out there. Jaime, if you don't mind, you can play the advertisement one more time for the books, and we'll get a link in order to sign up to be a contributor. Add to that as soon as possible. It'll be in the comments. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in. You guys say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Thank you.
I'm writing another book. We're raising money to publishing, and I'd like to ask you if you would like to read my manuscript. My goal is to publish before summer hits, and you can be sure it'll be one of the all-time greatest hits.
Thank you for being here today. I'm really happy that you tuned in to Vision Pros Live. I'm looking forward to seeing your reactions as these episodes continue to move forward. We optimize them as the months go by. This is going to get more and more fun. We'll have more and more engagement as well. We'll invite people to participate in the show. And thank you for giving us your time and attention. And have an excellent time building out your vision and becoming a Vision Pro yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.